Hey guys, in this video we are going to be talking about posture in a different way. I mean, we talked about bringing your shoulders back and opening your chest up, but one of the most common ways that women stand after babies that I want to address today is this position. So a lot of women will sit with your bum sort of tucked under, your back is hunched, and your shoulders are forward, okay? Because you spend so much time carrying babies, right? You're like this, and that I call it the bum tuck position. Okay, if this is how you're walking around in your day, this is how you're gonna be running. And if you do this, you can feel that the pressure when you're standing is in your heels, which means that the pressure is gonna be through not in your pelvic floor, but you're gonna feel some pressure, tightness in the back, in the anus side of your pelvic floor, perianal area. I'll get a little bit technical in this video, but it's important stuff. So if you take a look in the mirror and look at your average posture, like, is this you, okay? So we're gonna get those shoulders back, of course, but the next thing we need to do is unloosen, open up those hips, open up the pelvic area. Okay, I want you guys to work on this, because what you wanna be instead of this, you want this back, but you can't just do this, like something's still wrong, right? So you gotta unlock that pelvis and bring it up. And when you're in this position, your belly is actually, which you want flat, right, is actually like pushing out because you're not connected, you're not able to engage those muscles properly to pull it in. The other thing is you can't get in a deep breath because your lungs aren't open, they're kind of crushed under there. So you want to open that pelvis up, and I think about it like there's a string coming out of your butt, the top of your butt right here, okay? So you're going to push it down, and you're going to pull that string up and down and up, and just work in that. And when you go from this position to all of a sudden opened up, your chest is going to lift up, which is going to naturally improve your posture up here. You're going to be able to feel like a bigger breath, like it just opens up, right? So I want you to work on that. That's just key to figure that out. And the other thing that happens when you do that is it brings your rib cage up and out a little bit over your pelvis, which is right here. And when you're running, that's the position you want to be in, because when that rib cage is over your pelvis slightly even, you're able to engage your pelvic floor better naturally just by that simple alignment position. So that when you're running, you've got a little bit of a forward lean and you can feel. So now I want you to get out of this position, get into a nice tall position, and then lean forward a little bit. It's called the ski jump position. And when you lean forward, this takes some practice, but you're doing your breath and you're going to be able to feel your pelvic floor engage a little bit. Again, you might not, because you may have never been connected. We have to work on this with you, but this is just getting into it. So you're going to lean forward and you're going to feel the pelvic floor engage almost naturally. Just that's the alignment, that's the position it's meant to function in, and that's where it's efficient, right? And then if you pull it back again, you're going to feel that pressure going back to your anus side. And then you can imagine that when you're running and you're bouncing and you're impacting, like that pelvic floor isn't engaging enough, and that's where you're going to get the leakage, and that's where you're going to get problems like that and not become efficient. So to be the best runner you can be as a woman after kids, you want to work on this, unlock it, find a good position that takes you from here to here, rib cage out, and then slightly forward over that pelvic floor. This alone is a good pelvic floor exercise if this is brand new to you, because as runners, we are upright, we are pounding, we are running. We need to be as efficient at contracting that pelvic floor as we can. And the first step is just finding it, contracting it, and understanding that position of our rib cage over our pelvis is an important position to be in tune with, in touch with, aware of. This is a bit technical, but just roll with me on it, try it out, see how it feels. You're not going to change overnight, and that's okay, but just being mindful of getting out of this position and pulling yourself up into this position is really important stuff.